Sawadee krap, it's Tuesday, February 11th. I'm JP Mestanza, and this is PHUKET XTRA, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. Let's start with our top story. Police are still mulling over whether criminal charges of negligence will be pressed in the fallout of a fatal speedboat collision that took the lives of 2 kids yesterday morning in Phuket. Marine Department Chief Witaya Yamwang arrived on the island yesterday to be briefed on the tour speedboat collision, which took place on Monday morning at about 8 a.m. in a channel linking Phuket's Boat Lagoon and Royal Phuket Marina to Phang Nga Bay on the east side of the island, resulting in the death of 2 Russian children, a 12-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl. About 22 people were also injured and taken to various hospitals throughout the island. Both boats in the incident, the Payan 5 and the ALP, they've been seized by marine officials as evidence, while the captains of both boats have been banned from driving any boats for 2 years. At the time of the accident, the Payan 5 had 3 crewmen on board but was on its way to pick up tourists, while the ALP had 38 people on board, including tourists and crewmen who were heading out into the bay. Marine Department Chief Witaya said they believe the cause was speeding on the part of one of the boats, although an investigation is still ongoing. Chief Witaya also admitted that they found that some of the boat captains, quote, may not know how to drive properly in different areas and not know the proper safety procedures when an accident happens, and has ordered training for boat captains through Phuket Marine's office. Stay up to date with the latest on thepuketnews.com. The chief of the Royal Thai Army, General Apida Kongsompong, went on national TV today and urged the nation not to blame the army following this weekend's tragic incident in which a soldier went on a shooting rampage at a mall in Nakhon Ratchasima, killing at least 29 people and wounding scores of others. This morning's televised press conference on behalf of the army saw General Apidat break down in tears while apologizing to the victims of the shooting, and went on to pledge that he will open a, quote, special channel to investigate all future complaints from junior officers about their superiors, and he blamed the attack on a debt dispute between the gunman and his commanding officer. Saturday's shooting began at about 3:30 p.m. according to reports, as 32-year-old Sergeant Major Jakrapan Toma shot dead his commanding officer and the man's mother-in-law before heading out to a Suratampitak army base, killed an army guard there, and stole several assault weapons from the armory. A short while later, he stops at a Buddhist temple and opened fire, killing about 9 people, including 2 police officers, before fleeing in a Humvee, according to reports. By about 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, reports say the gunman arrived at Terminal 21 shopping mall in Nakhon Ratchasima and begins his shooting spree, hitting pedestrians, people in cars and motorbikes outside. Even a small gas tank catches fire in the mall parking lot. By 6 p.m., the gunman enters the mall, and police have closed down about 2-kilometer perimeter around the area. Throughout the whole time, the gunman goes live on his personal Facebook page and writes posts. By about 8 p.m., police bring the gunman's mother to the scene in a bid to make the soldiers surrender, but it doesn't work. And by 9:30 p.m., the gunman's Facebook page was shut down. Shortly after 10 p.m., Thai security forces make their way into the mall, helping hundreds of people escape, taking control of the ground floor. The gunman remained inside the mall with an uncertain number of hostages, taking refuge in the basement-level food court and grocery store, and all throughout the night, bursts of gunfire are heard within the mall. By 3 a.m., several children are seen escaping Terminal 21. At about 9:05 a.m., roughly 17 hours after the first victim was killed, security forces shot and killed the gunman. At last count, 30 people are dead, including the gunman, and about 57 people were wounded. And Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, in an address to the nation after the tragic incident, said that so far they believe the incident was fueled by an apparent land dispute between the gunman and his commanding officer, the first victim. His Majesty the King Maha Vajiralongkorn expressed his deepest condolences to the victims and their families, and their funeral rites will be royally sponsored. Several Thai broadcasters have also been criticized for their coverage of the shooting, with many claiming they gave the gunman information about the movements of officials during live broadcasts through their aggressive coverage, compromising the rescue operation throughout the night. At the same time, netizens on social media were heavily critical of Thai broadcasters for sharing gory images and videos related to the shooting, as well as online, where the government has asked Facebook, Google, and YouTube to remove them as inappropriate. Meanwhile, donations for the victims have poured in, with about 23 million baht raised as of this morning, Tuesday, and people wanting to help out can do so by sending donations to the account number below to the Krung Thai Bank's Save One Market branch. For more on this, visit thepuketnews.com. Sit tight, Phuket Extra will be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Phuket Governor Pakapong Tavipot on Monday was handed a formal request for the government to provide up to 20 billion baht in assistance to tourism businesses suffering as the number of international tourist arrivals continues to plunge in the fallout from the Wuhan coronavirus outbreak in China. The same request had already been sent to Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha and the Ministry of Finance, according to the president of the Thailand Hotels Association Southern Chapter, Gongsak Kupongsakon, and the Phuket Tourist Association president, said that the request for 20 billion baht was for a worst-case scenario of the number of Chinese tourists falling by 90%. As of Tuesday, the total number of international tourist arrivals at Phuket International Airport had fallen by more than 44%, according to the Tourism Authority of Thailand. The operators are clarifying that the request for 20 billion baht be provided as soft loans to support tourism operators, businesses, and staffers working in Phuket with a 2% interest rate, the same rate as the soft loans provided after the 2004 tsunami. They say that 15 out of the 100 THA member hotels in Phuket have suffered 100% cancellations of Chinese group tour bookings, with projections for even worse February and March. Meanwhile, reports say the death toll of the new coronavirus in China sits at 1,016, with over 42,000 confirmed cases. Earlier today, Health Minister Anutin Chanvirakul wouldn't give permission to allow a Japan-bound cruise ship, the Westerdam, to dock in Chonburi due to virus concerns, after a number of nations refused them entry and the over 2,000 passengers and crew on that ship. Thailand, meanwhile, has recorded one new coronavirus case, bringing the total in the country to 33 since January. That new patient is 54-year-old Chinese woman and has been quarantined at a facility in Nonthaburi province. A fellow laborer convinced a heartbroken Myanmar construction worker to safely climb down from a large billboard frame beside Dept Road that he had scaled while brandishing a small axe on Saturday. Police were notified of the incident at 2:25 p.m. on Saturday, and when cops and rescue workers showed up, they found the man on a large billboard frame on a building rooftop beside Dept Road, northbound in Rasada. Reports say the man had climbed up there in a state of emotional distress at about 7 p.m. on Friday. A co-worker of his talked the Myanmar man down to climb down after 30 minutes before police took him in for questioning. If you or anyone you know are in need of help, there is a one-stop crisis center at each government hospital in Phuket that can help people cope with emotional distress. Thai speakers can call the 1300 help hotline. And that's it for Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. We'd like to get your feedback on any of the news you just watched, so drop us a line in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. From all of us here at the Phuket News Center, thank you for watching, and until tomorrow, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.